I want you to do like this and doing this. Boom, 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 boom. You keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Gervonta Tank Davis is coming back, and he's going to headhunt all of you. And my thing is, I got Tank beating all y'all at.
New unseen footage reportedly shows Gervonta Davis training with Mike Tyson ahead of his fight against Jake Paul. Tyson reportedly guides Davis through pad work, showing him advanced techniques and timing. The boxing icon praises Davis's explosive speed and precision while offering valuable tips to enhance his knockout-focused strategy.
Hey, bro! Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Hey, bro! Nice one, Mike. Nice one.
Gervonta Davis's pad work in training camp shows lightning-fast speed and flawless coordination. His punches flow in rapid combinations, demonstrating perfect rhythm and control. Each strike lands with explosive precision as his trainer struggles to keep up with the pace. Observers say Tank's hand speed looks sharper than ever, proving he's in peak condition and fully locked in for his upcoming showdown against Jake Paul.
God damn.
The talk surrounding Gervonta Davis ahead of his clash with Jake Paul has been filled with speculation and criticism. But Showbiz, the adult, believes most people fail to grasp where Davis truly stands mentally. He explains that Davis has entered a stage in his career where outside noise no longer affects him. Instead of addressing the constant wave of opinions online, Davis has chosen silence as his response. According to Showbiz, this silence isn't weakness, it's confidence. The Baltimore champion understands that words can't win fights. He plans to make his statement in the ring when the bell rings. Every punch, every counter, and every knockout attempt will be his reply to the skeptics. With reports suggesting there's a knockout bonus attached to this fight, Showbiz says Davis has every reason to end the night early. He believes Tank isn't just fighting for money, he's fighting to remind the world of who he is, carrying the weight of expectation and pride into the ring.
He's scared. He can't come back to real boxing after fighting Jake Paul. He's going to be made a mockery of. One of you guys said you can call it a fake fight, but it has real consequences. Let him get knocked out by Jake. Let him get embarrassed by Jake. He can't come back. He'll be made a mockery of. He done took a knee, grease in the eye, had a draw with Roach, which everybody thinks Roach was robbed, and then made a mockery of by Jake Paul, a YouTuber. Which is why Gervonta Tank Davis is on Demon Time. Check this out. Check this out. See, me being back on my fitness journey, I know how hard that is, especially at his size with how heavy that medicine ball is. Gervonta Tank Davis is going to go hard, pause, on that Jake Paul fight. He has to. While everybody is trying to dismiss that shit, there's a knockout bonus and everything. You got Lamont Roach calling him all these names. Tank Davis shut off his social media. He can't take y'all negativity, making him worse before the fight. He can't allow y'all to be in his head, which that's what y'all want to do. The end of Tank. And I don't. I think boxing is better with Tank involved. I always say that. If there is boxing, boxing is even better when there's more talented and skillful fighters involved. Regardless of how you feel about him, you want Tank to be great in boxing, then hating him to death out of boxing. If you do, you're just a hater, right? If you love the sport, you want as many determined boxers in there as possible. He's looking determined right now. And with everything that Roach is saying, he's ready to come back and whoop some ass. Where I'm getting this information from, none of your damn business. But right now, I'm just a vessel. And I'm going to tell you guys what's up. Gervonta Tank Davis is coming back, and he's going to headhunt all of you.
Analysts have been quick to address the size difference between the two fighters. On paper, Jake Paul looks like the larger and stronger man, but as several boxing experts have reminded fans, size alone doesn't win fights. Boxing is a technical art built on precision, timing, and composure. They emphasize that Gervonta Davis has mastered the science of boxing. He knows how to move, how to bait, and how to strike with calculated accuracy. In contrast, raw power without refined skill often leads to exhaustion and mistakes. These analysts point out that Davis's smaller frame may actually work in his favor. His compact movements, quick head slips, and short bursts of power are built for efficiency. The difference between looking powerful and being effective is vast, and Tank Davis's experience is what makes that difference so clear.
We just talking hands. Gervonta will whoop Jake ass. We just talking hands. But do you think that 50-pound weight difference, that's going to be a difference?
It could be if you
could
get
be.
caught with a shot. But as a boxer,
Physics.
well, but the thing is this though. Let's talk about physics. See, boxing is a technique,
Right.
so it's not like you could be bigger. That shit don't matter. Like you seen a big nigga get knocked. A lot of them big niggas go to sleep.
That's a fact.
When he been out and the bouncer get hit in his chin, he go right out. He the big nigga on the ground. Like I've seen it a million
He the
times.
big nigga on
You
the
know what I'm
ground.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you right, but
so
we-
that you can't go off that. Now you get hit by a big nigga and you a smaller nigga. Then,
You gonna fly- he gonna
here
feel
come
it.
physics.
gonna
But
fly.
as I'm using my technique, we in a different space now. Big guy, I got something for that. When you throwing and I'm seeing shit differently, yeah. Now it's time for technique. You understand?
I might
That's
start
the
training.
difference.
I want to start
My-
training.
Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford. He just proved what I just said. The technique of boxing. You feel me? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So,
While many back Davis, academics has stirred debate by predicting that Jake Paul could score a knockout. He argues that Paul's size advantage and growing experience inside the ring give him a legitimate chance to land something big. Academics points to Paul's past performances, where his overhand right has put several opponents down. He says people underestimate Paul's ability to prepare and improve, noting that Jake has been training like a professional rather than a celebrity. Despite that, critics question whether Paul can handle Davis's speed and pressure once he's under fire. Still, Academics' take has added an interesting tension to the buildup. He views the matchup not as a mismatch, but as a dangerous experiment where a powerful YouTuber meets a lethal puncher. Whether his prediction comes true or not, it reflects how divided the boxing community has become over this unexpected showdown.
It's going either one. If there's a knockout, it's going to be Jake knocking him out.
You think Jake is going to knock out Gervonta?
Yeah,
He's the underdog.
We got to
Keep in
look at
mind.
size. We got to look at size. Now, granted, do I think Gervonta can knock him out? Of course. But what people don't realize is that, you know, you got one guy who's a damn near heavyweight. And then you have another guy
He is
who-
a heavyweight.
Well,
Jake
I
Paul's
don't know if he's
heavyweight.
going to be weighing in as a heavyweight for this fight. I forgot what weight they agreed on. But regardless, if it goes
227 pounds.
say it.
He's 227 pounds.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what he's weighing in
against
on.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, he's weighing in something different. Yeah, it's no way they're letting a 227-pounder fight a 130-pound guy.
Gervonta Davis. Let's take a look.
Yeah, just look at weight limits. I think it's like 190.
195.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to go down 30 pounds.
Yeah, I still think that's borderline. I think 200 is still heavyweight. So, but I think it's borderline.
Yeah, right there in the bottom.
Yeah. So, you know, I would imagine if it's a knockout. Well, here's the thing too, though. So I might actually just take it off the table. I might just go with Gervonta. Why? A lot of Jake Paul's power probably come from the weight. So in 30 pounds or almost 40 pounds, you got to cut. That's a lot. Now, one thing I'm gonna like about Jake, Jake's a bag secure. I could see. You know, I think this is gonna be a win-win for both of them. It's gonna be a win for Jake because you don't get knocked out by this guy. If you can stand in the ring with an actual top-tier boxer,
Yeah.
and he can't knock you out, and maybe
champion.
you land a couple jabs, like a couple of hits, maybe even stun him once, you've won because you're getting $100 million. That is
Yeah.
genius. And for Gervonta,
He says he's going to retire after this, by the way.
nah, He'll fight. He'll do it again.
Another group of analysts focuses on Gervonta Davis's reputation as one of boxing's deadliest finishers. They highlight that Davis's knockout ratio speaks for itself. Most of his wins end before the final bell. Reports suggest that this fight could earn him around $200 million, marking it as one of the most financially significant bouts of his career. The analysts add that Davis's motivation goes beyond money. It's about legacy and maintaining dominance. They say that Tank's natural explosiveness, combined with his ring IQ, makes him unpredictable and dangerous. Even when he's behind on the scorecards, he possesses the kind of power that can end a fight instantly. For Jake Paul, that's a nightmare scenario. Facing someone who can knock you out from any angle means there's no safe moment. To these boxing minds, Davis remains a rare breed, part tactician, part destroyer, who knows how to turn pressure into perfection.
Gervonta Davis's guarantee.
I call bullshit.
Me too.
I call bullshit.
$200 million is a lot of money.
That'd be the most any athlete's ever made in one event, in one night. Where are they getting that money?
I mean, it's Netflix.
Okay. Mike Tyson didn't make that. Jake Paul didn't make that.
No. $20 million, I would believe, not $200 million.
20 million seems realistic.
That's a lot.
Even because Netflix is bigger, but there's no pay-per-view model, so... And Gervonta is a big pay-per-view draw, especially for being a lighter weight class.
Yeah.
So 20 to even 40 I can get.
Oof, that's a lot.
40 I can understand.
When push comes to shove, though, like 20.
Like Canelo's getting that 40.
Yeah.
But Gervonta Davis, he was, especially on Showtime, he was a big pay-per-view star.
Yeah.
He's a knockout artist. 200 mil is just completely false.
God, Jake is so much bigger.
Yeah, man.
I mean, so much bigger.
I don't get it. If he thinks this is going to make him legitimate in boxing, I just don't get why you do it.
Can his speed and his ability make up for that size difference, in your honest opinion?
Well, he has to be very smart throughout the course of the fight. It's hard to know in some things. I think Gervonta's just gonna stick and move. He'll be fast, play it smart. I don't see him staying still for too long so Jake can land some shots. He'll just try to touch him. Who knows, man? It's an exhibition. It's a money grab. Jake's fighting one of the best boxers ever.
Comedian and avid boxing follower Earthquake offers a lighter yet surprisingly accurate perspective on the matchup. He explains that in boxing, looking big doesn't always translate into lasting success. Muscular fighters often appear intimidating when they enter the ring, but once the rounds pile up, those same muscles become heavy burdens. According to Earthquake, fighters like Jake Paul tend to slow down after the first few rounds as their oxygen burns faster and their punches lose sting. He jokes that the bulk Jake carries might impress on camera, but could betray him when it comes to endurance. Davis, on the other hand, has the build of a natural fighter, compact, efficient, and explosive. Earthquake predicts that once fatigue sets in, Tank's relentless pace will expose Paul's weaknesses. Beneath the humor, his observation captures a simple truth. Fights aren't won by appearance, but by endurance and rhythm.
Well, you're a boxing fan?
Totally.
Okay. Tank Davis and Jake Paul in November. According to betonline.ag, Jake Paul's the underdog at plus 139. Gervonta Davis is the favorite at minus 180. So he's the favorite almost 2-1.
Right.
What do you think will happen in this ring?
I don't know, but Tank should beat him. Tank should beat him, but Tank is smaller. And usually in boxing, you take the bigger man, but then again, Terrence Crawford killed that when he beat Canelo.
They were the same weight.
Yeah, they were
at the
same
time.
weight
Well,
at the
no,
time.
maybe a little bit different after they rehydrated, but they weighed in at the same weight. There's a 30-pound difference between Gervonta and Jake Paul. Jake Paul had to lose like 30 pounds to get down to like 195. And Gervonta, I think, is like 160.
Gervonta all the way up to 160?
Well, hold on. Gervonta.
160?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. No. 133.8.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, he 133.
It's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yes.
60 pounds.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but ain't extra weight on that chin.
That chin is all bone.
That chin ain't all bone. There ain't no meat on that chin.
No meat on that chin.
Ain't no
That's
meat on
true.
that chin. Big dudes get knocked out real quick. I done had a few.
Yeah?
Ain't no chin. Oh, yeah. You just can't. First of all, you can't let them hit you. That's first of all. And once they swing, they motivate them come, and then you catch them. And if you could turn it right there and catch them right there,
Yeah.
they fall real hard.
You got to get in close,
because
though.
they never been. They don't. I don't know about Jake, but big dudes never fight. Usually they intimidate, and then they can't last long. Their stamina is 30 seconds a minute.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jake's lost before to Tommy Fury.
Okay.
But he's never fought a world-class boxer before. In his prime.
Yeah.
Championship level,
Right.
like a Gervonta, but there's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yeah.
I think Gervonta will win too, but I don't know. I don't know.
Gervonta
It's kind
gonna
of like a
get him.
clown show at this point. You
Yeah,
know, it's
it
like a
is.
circus. It's like, let's put a bear with a human and see what happens. You know?
How much?
Give someone a stick, like like Thunderdome or something.
Yeah, they're making a mockery of it. That's
Right.
true for its true purists.
No, it's not real boxing anymore. These are all
like
exhibition matches.
Right.
It's not affecting anyone's records.
Right.
Despite criticism about the matchup's fairness, the fight has captured the world's attention. Some fans watch hoping Jake Paul will shock everyone, while others expect Gervonta Davis to deliver another knockout masterpiece. Either way, the anticipation benefits both sides. Analysts note that controversy sells. When people debate, argue, and speculate, they contribute to viewership. Jake Paul understands this better than most. His marketing genius lies in turning criticism into promotion. Every doubt, every insult becomes fuel for curiosity. Even those who want to see him lose will still tune in, and that's the strategy. The fight's success, therefore, doesn't depend solely on the outcome, but on the spectacle surrounding it. In modern boxing, the show often matters as much as the sport, and this matchup is a perfect example of that formula working in full effect.
All of a sudden, we want to know who will win in this fight, Jake Paul or Tank Davis. It's a legit question, and I actually want to really hear your thoughts on who do you think is going to win, because I know what Vegas is saying, but I want to know what you think. You got
personally, I think Tank too little, bro.
Yo,
I think Tank too little.
I'm so glad you have a brain on your fucking shoulder.
I think Tank too
The way
little.
I said, bro.
I think Tank's too little. That's what I'm saying. That weight class is for a reason.
Davis
That
is
weight class is for a reason.
5'5", 135 pounds. Jake Paul is 6 feet, 205 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Dog.
He's too
6'1",
little.
205. Everybody's like, yeah, bro, but Tank it only takes one good punch. Yes, it takes one good punch when you're about the same size. There's a 60, 70-pound difference in weight in these people. I don't think nobody puts the physics in mind. Jake Paul gets punched in the face by dudes 200 pounds with all their might on a weekly basis. A 135-pound puncher, bro. If y'all remember the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor fight, Conor walks around like 180 on the regular. He's like 5'9", 180. Mayweather's like 5'7", 145. That 30-pound, 20, 30-pound difference, bro, if you remember that fight, Mayweather was putting mittens on Conor. Guess what happened to Conor? He didn't hit the ground once.
No.
He lasted all 12 rounds getting hit with flurries. I'm talking about Mayweather was having his time. He's being cocky with it, hitting him with all kind of combos. And we're watching the last 3 rounds of that shit like, yo, knock him out. And you know what? He could not knock him out because Conor gets punched by people that are 170, 180 pounds on a regular. And just that 20, 30-pound difference, it was like impossible for him to do anything. And that's exactly what I feel like is going to happen versus Jake and Tank.
Respected trainer Robert Garcia approaches the fight from a technical and historical viewpoint. He explains that there's nothing inherently wrong with Gervonta Davis choosing to fight Jake Paul. It's his career, and he has every right to take control of it. However, Garcia questions the timing. Garcia suggests that Davis, still in his prime and with plenty of legitimate challengers available, might risk being misunderstood by taking this path now. It's not about the fight itself being wrong, he says, but about how it fits into the broader story of his career. For Garcia, the real concern isn't money or risk. It's narrative and legacy.
Like that, but I don't know. What's your just take on the whole thing?
I'm not very interested in it. That doesn't excite me. I know it's going to do really good numbers. I know they're making a lot of money, which is good for them, good for Tank, because in boxing that's what everybody looks for. I think is, the good thing is they announced it as an exhibition, which is, I'm okay with it. Everybody does it. Mayweather has done it. Ali did it. The only thing, my personal opinion is Tank. They all did it when they had already accomplished so much. They already did so much. Mayweather did everything in boxing and accomplished everything. Muhammad Ali did the same, and many others that have done it. I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly. So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize, but then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making to fight, to have an exhibition against just Jake Paul, I would have asked. I would do the same.
No one would say no to that. Right?
If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for $20-30 million, I would probably do the same. So I don't blame him. You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care of how many belts he won or who he fought.
Jake Paul, however, has defended the fight vigorously, insisting that it's not an exhibition or a stunt. He emphasizes that the bout is fully sanctioned, with professional judges, official rounds, and a legitimate winner. For him, this isn't a show, it's a real boxing match against a world champion. Jake believes that fighting Gervonta Davis proves he's serious about the sport. He's tired of the YouTuber label and wants recognition as a genuine boxer who trains, fights, and competes under the same rules as anyone else. He insists that facing someone as skilled as Tank is a risk few would dare to take, and that's exactly why he's doing it. By stepping into the ring with one of the sport's most dangerous fighters, Paul hopes to silence critics and elevate his credibility. His confidence may seem bold, but it's grounded in his desire to be seen as more than an internet star.
I mean, even the list you made years and years ago, Gervonta Davis is on the list.
Yeah, exactly. It's all manifestation, and it's a very powerful thing. And yeah, I think people don't dream big or set massive aspirational goals and then also put the work in. I think that's the other thing is like, I'm still doing sprints and track work and bench press and squats and all of these things for the sport of boxing. So when I transition to NFL, I'm going to have a lot of that natural explosiveness and power from the past 6 years of training every day, twice a day.
Yeah.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next time.